You are watching Demon Slayer. Pause the video, screenshot, check the picture, and reach out. This is the best way I can describe this figure, straight from the screen.
So just like I said, this figure is screen accurate and beautiful. When I got it out of the box, it looked more like a figurine instead of an action figure. Also, it has weight on it. I'm not saying it is heavy, but for its size, it is solid. Let's go into the details. The head. The head is easily the beautiful part of this figure. The paint apps or paint work is done perfectly, even to the smallest details. The paint is not going over the line, no smudges, no overlapping, there's no fading. The eyes are done very well. Also, the muzzle or the mouthpiece is not only painted green, but it also has shading. The hair is black, but it seems like it has a mixture of brown. The hair has a subtle shading at the end where the orange part is. Two hair pieces that are located at the side of the head has articulation for better posing of arms. The kimono. The pink on the kimono is screen accurate as well. This midsection right here, it's done perfectly as far as the paint apps. There is no smudges. There's no going over the line, there is no overlapping, there's no fading. There is simply no issues there. I have to mention that the pink on the plastic is darker than the pink on the fabric, but it's barely noticeable. You can only see it if you are looking for imperfections. Even looking at it close on your hand, it is not noticeable. The fabric feels like a polyester, just like a shower liner. It is very thin. The pattern is done perfectly as well. The paint on the legs are perfect. Even the joint blend with the figure. It is not glossy or shining. It does not separate itself from the figure. The whole kimono is based on a real or an actual kimono in general. And this part right here in the midsection, this extended plastic which is painted in pink is supposed to be a fabric, but instead they made it a plastic in order to protect this. They made it a plastic in order to protect this fabric that is tucked in inside the body from being pulled or twisted while you're doing a leg articulation and holding the body. Nice, very nice. Okay, the crutch piece on this figure, the back part, it has a sculpted butt, as you can see right there. The front part is just a generic plastic crutch piece. There is no sculpted part in there or on there. And now for the articulation. The articulation is good. It can do what the character does. It can sit, it can do a high kick or a front kick, it can do the sleeping pose, the leg articulation has a swivel. Knees bend more than 90 degrees, which is sweet, and the feet goes back this much and only that much with a nice toe articulation. Now for the body has a swivel on top of the upper part of the body, but it's very limited. And then the lower part of the body is a ball joint. You can tilt it on the side. You can bend it forward this much. And the backward this much. Now, as far as for the flaws on this figure, there are 3 major flaws in this figure. The first one is the arms. As you can see, there is no elbow articulation. It is very disappointing. The sleeve right here, the sleeve opening is just flat. There is no dimension. So it looks off, it looks awkward. I'm going to post a picture in comparison from other line for more understanding. Okay, in addition to the articulation, there is no overly tight or loose joints. Swapping the parts is easy. Swapping the face, swapping the arms, swapping the hands is easy, but you need to be careful. It is expensive figure, that's why. And now for the replacement part or replacement arm that you use to be able to fit this ahori or jacket has an elbow articulation compared to the other arms. It swivels, it has more than 90 degrees, but the problem with this replacement is that it does not have a pattern. Very disappointing. As you can see, it will not match the figure. There it is. It does not look good. It is a letdown. Now the second major flaw of this figure is the shoulder. I can understand that this is the design that they want to go through, that they want to put in their figure, but it looks bad. Not only that, articulating this shoulder is a bit of a challenge. So you might want to be careful on this one, especially when you have the ahori or jacket on the figure. The third flaw on this figure is the accessories. It is very limited. I wish there is a neutral face without the muzzle. I wish there is a hand gesture where she poses her blood demon art. And also I have to mention that one of the replacement handset is that this open hand right here, it has a different tone compared to the arm and the face and the rest of the arm set or the hand sets. It is a darker tone compared to the other hands. I'm not really sure if you're going to catch it with the camera, but it has a darker tone. Okay, these accessories also come with an extra bangs or extra hairpiece. This is to use depending on how you want to pose your figure as far as the arms, because most of the time the hairpiece or the hair part of this figure will be in the way of articulation. And as far as the hahori or the jacket, it is cotton and it's thick and it's got a wire going through all this opening down to the collar all the way at the bottom for better posing abilities. And 3 other faceplates that you can choose, and a set of hands. You got the open hands, and you got the scratching hands, and closed fist hands. And basically that's it for the figure.